In this video, we load the boat up with provisions for our 1,000 nautical mile journey back south through the Great Barrier Reef, and Karen explains how she goes about making this process easier and less expensive.
Then we cast off from Bluewater Marina and start our long voyage out of the cyclone belt with a short hop over to Green Island.
But first we have to squeeze over the tricky exit from Half Moon Creek.
Well, welcome to our galley, and we're going to be talking provisioning. You may think that we talk a lot about provisioning, but it's really important on a boat to get your provisioning right. We like to provision only in major areas that we can buy in bulk. We normally get it cheaper. We get it delivered to the boat, and we only have to do it a couple of times in our trip. I hate arriving at beautiful little places and saying to Rob, I have to go provisioning, we've run out. Now if it's a few things and some fresh items, all well and good, but this bulk stuff, you just don't want to be humping from supermarkets to the dinghy, onto the boat, and normally when that happens, it's going to rain. It's just Murphy's Law that when you actually want to do your provisioning on that day, it's going to rain, and it's not fun in a dinghy when that happens. I also find, when you're carrying heavy stuff like this, that you just don't want to be lugging it constantly. Having Coles online or Woolworths online whenever you can get them is absolutely brilliant. So do it when you are in a big area. It saves you money, saves you time, and you know that you've got your goods on board for the rest of your trip. So this is our list that was delivered. You can see how many items. I think it was 289 items that we actually got delivered by Coles, which is fabulous. I'm not promoting Coles by any means. Please ignore where I'm buying it. But the reason being that we use these guys is that we can actually get stuff on special and at bargain prices. I always look at the special lists first, and our favourite coffee was half price. So whilst it's half price, we have obviously grabbed quite a few boxes of it, and it will see us back through to Brisbane, and I won't have to try and find it in a smaller regional area on our way south. The other thing that is just so handy when you are provisioning in a major area and you're tied to a dock is that you can get rid of the rubbish. These Ritz, fabulous, great price, everything else, but there are three in this box, 3 packaging, seal packs, which are brilliant. They will last a long time on the boat, but you have the extra packaging which you can get rid of. It is a real big nuisance if you're having to do this whilst you're at anchor, because you take it out, then you have to store it, then you have to actually get rid of it somewhere along the line.
This is packaging, nothing but rubbish. So rather than take it with us, Karen's, for want of a better term, decanted everything and got rid of the junk. So we'll leave this behind and we're just taking the food.
The downside of getting delivery from Coles, and I'm not sure about Woolworths, but they have changed their policy and they are not delivering in crates. We now have it delivered in bags, which I objected to, and they have actually taken the price of the bags off. When we are so conscious of using, fabric, reusable bags all the time, this is quite annoying. I used to enjoy when they had the crates. We could quickly unload it onto the boat, give the crates back, and it was done. But yeah, one of the downsides actually at the moment. We're already thinking of creative ways to use these bags so that they're not going straight into the bin. You would notice that we don't have any fresh fruit or vegetables or any meat products, protein, in this pile and pile of groceries. Those will be done tomorrow, another provisioning day. But the lovely thing about that, again, when you're in good centres like Cairns, you have the access to beautiful fresh markets where you can stock up. And if we store them right, we can have them for a long time on board. In Cairns, we're very fortunate that we have Rusty's Market. And Rusty's Market is right in the CBD. It's open Friday, Saturday and Sunday. And if you're around Sunday, they do discount their fruit and vegetables, but you don't have a large selection. If you'd like to find out where all the fresh fruit markets are up the Australian coast, not just the Queensland coast, but up the Australian coast, I have a free downloadable PDF on both my Facebook page, Our Galley, and on the blog. You can download that and find out where all of the best markets are. So what about the protein? Well, with protein, we're going to take local knowledge. I have my brother and other friends that live here in Cairns, and we're going to take advantage of their places that they buy the best quality, especially the stuff from the Atherton tablelands, and stock our freezer full of meat. We may have looked like drunks when we wheeled down all of that alcohol from a major supplier here in Cairns, but we are provisioning for months of sundowners, and the good thing is they delivered it to the marina. We got a bulk discount, and we won't run out. Maybe. We won't run out.
The painful part of provisioning day is trying to find where to store it all.
We are off the dock.
Yes, we are. We're heading for Green Island. We're hoping we can pick up one of the Great Barrier Reef Marine Park's moorings in there. If not, well, we've anchored in there before and we can do it again. The forecast is 15 knots. At the moment we've got very little wind, but we've got a fair bit of swell. So what we've done is we've got the headsail out, the mizzen out, so we've got a jib and jigger to steady the boat, and we are motoring.
Yes, motoring again.
Yeah, there's just not enough wind for it to sail on our own end of this swell. We're down around 5 knots of wind at the moment, so it's just not enough. It will come up later, but quite frankly, I don't mind if we're already in there and anchored before it's.
Yeah, well, the idea to get to Green Island is to actually get in the water. Actually, not to go sailing, it's to get in the water and enjoy the beautiful coral reef out there.
Yeah, it's our favourite snorkeling spot on the entire reef.
We've been itching to get there, haven't we?
Having said that, of course, there's still Lizard Island, which is pretty remarkable.
Yes, exactly. But we didn't quite get there this season.
No, but we have found Green Island to be so underrated. It's a total green conservation zone. It's packed with fish, turtles, and a lot of good healthy coral when we were here 4 years ago. So we're really hoping that the coral has avoided any of the bleaching episodes that have happened in other parts of the reef.
And we're catching up with Belinda over there, which will be fun. And yeah, look forward to showing you some of that beautiful coral.
And hopefully we might get a fish before we get into the conservation zone.
That would be really nice, even though the freezers are full and we have, you know...
We'll eat it fresh.
Yeah, we will. So let's have a look back at this morning and show you the very shallow channel that we had to come out of.
Yeah, it was a bit scary.
Just when we turn that corner, you see that the little surf break. I go, ah! Anyways, we came in. We've got to be able to get out.
Well, I think so, isn't it? Man, that looks skinny.
I know.
Is this skinny coming in?
Yep. Actually, it was skinnier.
Oh, that's good.
Stay to the centre.
4.3 metres at the moment. I'm hanging on.
I'm hanging on. Because it's very shallow there.
7.5 knots, so if we stop, it's going to be 2.8, 3.9.
4.6. 4.5. Yeah, you didn't bring her in.
3.4 metres of water as we go across. Oh, it's 2.4 now.
Stay in the centre, mate. Stay in the centre. There's a bit of current that drags you here. I felt when we came through, so.
Incoming tide. Depth is fine.
We're going to cruise on over there, do a dog leg, 3.4. Let's go sailing. We have had our feet on dry land too long, Rob.
Way too long.
Yeah. It's been a lovely break to catch up with family and friends here in Cairns. But it's time for us to be out there in the big blue. It's just a shallow out here, 2.9, 2.8, 3.
I just stuck below to have a look at our AIS at the nav station. We have a warship in front of us. She's HMAS Hobart and she's headed into Cairns port. The AIS tells us that the separation between us on our Dreamtime and her is going to be just over 2 miles at the closest point. So no concerns. We don't have to do anything, no adjustments. I wouldn't have minded if it was a mile. It means we would have had a better look at her. Bit breezier than we expected.
It is. It's a good sail, isn't it? I'm glad we only went jib and jigger today, so we weren't having to deal with our big mainsail.
Yeah, we're sailing at about 55 degrees into now 16 knots of apparent, and we're doing 4 knots. So
Nice.
that's not bad. Close haul with jib and jigger, headsail and mizzen.
We'll get in there at a reasonable time, just after high tide with the sun high in the sky so that we can see the reef.
We've got an advantage going in this time though, haven't we?
We do. We have a track that we can follow straight in, which will be absolutely brilliant. We've been in a number of times, so we've recorded that track onto our Navionics, and it's all there for us just to follow. Follow the yellow brick road. And we are still sailing along at 4.5 knots. Wind is up at around that 10, 12, so we're getting along quite nicely.
Okay, we should be clear. The track is straight to it. Can you take over and I'll go forward?
That's okay, I just need to slow down then because we're coming up on our farms. I cannot see which way the line is in the water. Could you please give me direction? Is it hanging out to our port side or our starboard side? Over. You can see it now, it's on our port.
It's hanging almost directly to us. If you could please leave it to our starboard side. Leave the buoy close to our starboard side. We'll blow on it rather than off.
Get it mate, our bow's being blown off. Awesome.
But you said you wanted to come to Green Island.
Maybe I meant Green Island.
Well, hopefully tomorrow morning we get a bit of calm and we can go for a snorkel. We shall see.
Here we are, safe and sound on a mooring for the night. No fish. 4 sailing days.
Guess what? Next morning it was still blowing its tail off and very swirly at Green Island, so we decided to move on. Where to? You'll have to watch the next episode to find out. If you're enjoying our videos, please make sure you give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. It really does help us with YouTube to reach more people. If you also hit the bell button, you'll be notified each time we release a new episode. Come sail with us again soon.